In this video, we would like to calculate a very important derivative, which is the derivative of the exponential function. Let's start with y equals e of x. We want to calculate the derivative of y with respect to x, which is the derivative with respect to x of e to the x. As usual, we use the definition of the derivative, which is e to the x plus dx minus e to the x divided by dx. Then we can simply use the identity e to the alpha plus beta equals e to the alpha times e to the beta, which is a very easy relationship, useful when we want to compute exponentials. So we can write e to the x times e to the x minus e to the x divided by dx. And we can rewrite it in this form, e to the x, by factoring out e to the x, e to the dx minus 1 divided by dx. We will have to take care of this limit here. This is equivalent to computing the limit as h goes to 0 of e to the h minus 1 divided by h. And we will do so by using the L'Hopital's theorem and by using a derivative that we computed not in the last lecture but in the one before, when we computed the derivative of the logarithm, the natural logarithm. So we will use that. To do that, we will make a substitution, and the substitution is e to the h equals z, let's say. So it means that h is equal to the natural logarithm of z. And when h goes to 0, it's easy to see that z goes to 1 in this case. So we have the limit as z goes to 1 of e to the h, but e to the h is z minus 1 divided by h. H is logarithm of z. So we have to compute this limit here and take a look at the numerator. The numerator is z minus 1. So as z goes to 1, z minus 1 goes to 0. Whereas the denominator is the logarithm of z. As z goes to 1, the logarithm of 1 is 0. We have a 0 over 0, which is an indeterminate form. We can use the L'Hopital's theorem. This limit is equal to the derivative of the numerator. The derivative of the numerator is the derivative with respect to z of z minus 1. And then we have to compute it at z equals 1. Whereas in the denominator we have the derivative of logarithm of z, which is 1 over z. We already know that because we computed it in the last few lectures. And we have to compute it at z equals 1. We have to compute the numerator. That's a very simple derivative. We can do it here. Derivative with respect to z of z minus 1. We can also use a very simple property. It's very easy to show that the derivative of a sum of functions is just the sum of the derivatives. So we have the derivative of z with respect to z minus the derivative of 1 with respect to z. And this is the derivative of a constant. A constant doesn't change, so this is equal to 0. And we have dz over dz. We can use the definition, but it is very simple to see that this is equal to 1. By using the definition of derivative, we have z plus dz minus z divided by dz. Okay, so these two guys simplify and we have just 1. So this is very simple. This ratio here above gives me just 1. In the numerator I have 1 and I should compute the function 1 that z equals 1, but that's obviously always equal to 1, right? Whereas in the denominator I have 1, so this is just equal to 1. All in all, we get that, remember where we started from? We started from this expression. So this ratio here is just equal to 1, which means that the derivative of the exponential function is equal to itself. And this is a very important property of the exponential function. It's the only function that has this property. And this is very recurrent in all of science. This is a very important derivative, and we will keep it in mind for the next lectures.